Whether you've got under eye bags, deep set eyes or hollow eyes or discoloration, under eye shadows or just basically dull eyes, we spend so much time and effort trying to learn how to do eyeshadow or basically what goes on top of the eyes. Let's not ruin it by neglecting the under eye area because we need to learn how to perfect this under eye concealer. The rules for under eye concealer have changed and therefore there's different things we can do depending on what we're trying to actually fix. Skip the preparation underneath your eye and it does not matter how amazing the product you use or how well you place it, it will not work. Of everything you learn about under eye concealer, the most important thing I want you to take away is about the preparation of the skin underneath. I'll start off, this is a product by Simple. It's a hydrating eye gel and it basically just hydrates. It does what it says. It's a low cost, great product. It's a very soft, runny gel. But when I tap it on, you will see it's a very watery product. Your skin under your eyes loses moisture and hydration more than anywhere else in your body. And what this will do will replace that lost hydration and it almost just plumps out the skin. And if we've got plumper skin, we've got a smoother surface to work on. I've tapped that in. I'm now just going to give it 30 seconds just to absorb into the skin. What you can do is sort of waft it as well. Give it a little waft. Now we've got some hydration in the skin, we need to apply something to give some slip, to give some smoothness because the skin's dry. So when we put our concealer on, it sort of drags and it pulls. That's what's going to make it crease. It's like dry mud outside. When it gets really dry and hard and baked, it cracks. So we need to keep it moist, we need to keep it supple, and we need to keep what I would call like a balm effect on the skin. Now this is where there are some options that you can try depending upon what your skin is like. The most extreme for the most dehydrated skin, for the dry skin, you can get a tiny little drop of Vaseline. I couldn't find a smaller jar. This is what I ought to have. I haven't bought it specially, but I couldn't find a smaller jar to demonstrate Vaseline. When I say a tiny amount, I'm talking about a grain of rice, a tiny amount. You can dab that underneath and it really will hydrate the skin. And of course, you can imagine it gives slip. We allow it to absorb in, it gives slip. Another thing you can use, the Aquapore, is a great product. But again, you need a grain of rice, tiny amount, warm it in your fingers, dab that on, and it will give that moisture effect. You can give that slip. What you can also use, believe it or not, this is lip balm. It's just an aloe lip balm. It's a clear lip balm. You can, if you have nothing else, put a little bit of lip balm, put it on your fingers, warm it up, and then dab it under the eyes. Those are the emergency products if you don't have anything specifically designed for underneath the skin. So they work, they're fine, and they're also very, very low cost. If you want to invest in something, this by Rock is what is called an under eye balm. And it's specifically designed for underneath the eyes. It's got vitamin C, it's got peptides, it's got the same consistency as the lip balm. It's got the same consistency, it's beautiful. But what it does, it plumps the skin, it smooths the skin, it hydrates the skin. But the most important thing that it does is it creates the most perfect base underneath your eyes before you apply your concealer. Honestly, it is worth the investment. This is about £32. It's not cheap, it's not ridiculous, but it's a bit of an investment. But I love it. And we can apply that straight underneath the eyes. You can take it right up to the lashes. Now, I'm not rubbing that because the more you pull and rub your skin, the more you're going to enhance those fine lines. You're making the skin looser, you're stretching it. So when you're working underneath the eye, tap as much as you possibly can. And now we wait. Okay, we allow that to settle and absorb into the skin. What we don't want to be doing is applying our concealer now straight on top. What we want to do is wait. What I'm going to do is 2 different ways. I'm going to show you how to do your under eye concealer if you've got really deep set eyes, very sunken eyes and discoloured eyes. And I'm going to do the other side if you've got more of the eye bags, and I'm going to show you how to do it because the application, the techniques, the products you use are different, which is why you cannot use this just one coverage formula, this heavy formula. It's just making it worse. We can't cover deep set eyes. That doesn't work. So we need to lift and brighten the eyes, and if we've got discoloration there, we need to neutralise the discoloration. And this is why colour correctors come in, and they're so important. If you've got more of the blue undertones underneath your eyes, your skin's very thin and you can see the veins coming through, that's when you need to go towards the peachy tones. If you've got more of the purpley or dull eyes, more the greyer set, you need to go towards the pinky tones. So the first job we need to do is actually neutralise the discoloration. So 3 products I want to show you today. This one's by Pixie. This is called the Correction Concentrate, and this is in peach. This one you apply with the brush. This is great if you want a good coverage, but you also want more of a cream, a very nourishing consistency. That's great because it's got I want to say a thicker consistency. It's more of a cream consistency, but it's a lovely product. It's very nice under the eyes. The lightest coverage regarding texture, this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This is in the pink. It's more of a salmony colour. The one I've been using quite a lot recently, this one is by Huda Beauty. The colour is Cherry Blossom, and it's almost a mixture of the peachy pink. It's almost a little bit in between. So it's a great go-to if you're a bit unsure whether you want the pink or the peach. So I'm going to show you how to use this. When we're colour correcting, so I'm just going to do that on this side at the moment, we're not applying concealer underneath the eye as a blanket thing. We're going to spot pick. We're going to just find the areas we need it. That's all we're doing. We're only applying it where it's needed. If you can see the colour there. So I'm going to take this, I'm just going to apply dots. Where I sit under my eye there is the darkness. You can tap this in with your fingers, but I'm going to show you with a brush. So we're tapping that only in the area that we want to colour correct. And because we've got that balm on underneath, it sort of slides, it glides. It's a beautiful finish on the skin. It doesn't dry and cake on the skin. If you want to invest in one thing, get an under eye balm. So I can see looking in the mirror, I've got a little bit of discoloration around the outer corners of my eye there. It's not heavy, it's not cakey. All it will do will brighten and lift. So hopefully now that eye, you can already see, has got some lift. We are going to set it, but we do that right at the very end. At the moment, what we're looking for is actually saying, have we neutralised? Yeah, so by neutralising, what we're doing there is taking away the dark colours and dark shadows. So if that's your issue, dark colours, dark shadow, start off always with a colour corrector. When you're looking at the concealer itself, avoid those heavy products. This is one by it's a company called Bella Mianta, if I can get that the right way around for you. That's by Bella Mianta. It's a concealer that's a much lighter consistency. And I'm going to apply this, first of all, onto the back of my hand. Now, taking the concealer on the brush, I'm warming it and I'm making it pliable. The warmth of my skin will warm the concealer. And I'm getting it really worked into the brush, a little bit like I do with foundation, to be honest. And now I can take it and tap over that area. I've got that very inner part of the eye there. And pop some going vertically up here, okay? This is a vertical line on the outside of my eye. And then using my fingers to dab that in. What you'll notice that I'm not taking it underneath that bottom lash line. We don't want to be doing that because that's where your skin is the most wrinkly. Can I say that? That's where you have more fine lines and your skin is the weakest, right underneath. So we're not taking it there. They're looking close into the eye. What you should see is there's no caking, there's no creasing. Okay, but what I can see is we definitely need to set it. This is again, back to Huda Beauty. This is the same colour. Let me find it. This is the same colour as the under eye concealer I used. This is Cherry Blossom. It's also that pinky colour. You can apply this with a powder puff. I'm just going to take a very soft brush, get the powder on the brush, tap that off. There is excess that will come off. Now you need to open your eyes wide. Don't set with your eyes slightly closed, because if you do that, if you need to look into a mirror, any fine lines are on there, you're setting the powder into the lines. So you almost want to stretch your eyes open and then very gently pat the powder underneath the eye. Very, very gently. And there you should have, for deep set eyes, for hollow eyes, for discoloured eyes, that's what you need to do. Let's go on to eye bags. Eye bags are a completely different process. If you do what I did under this eye, where you've got eye bags, you're just going to make them worse. So you need to treat them in a different way. Bearing in mind that what we're looking at here is sunken eyes, hollow eyes, deep set eyes. So if we're going to put something on there that's going to brighten and lift and bring it forward, if you've got raised skin and skin that's coming out with your eye bags, and we're going to apply something lighter and something brighter on top, I mean, it's almost going to look like a marshmallow. It's going to make it worse. So we need to hide it. So where concealers, everybody believes that a concealer is a lighter, brighter colour, what we're going to do is apply something darker under the eyes. That is going to actually push the eye back and make it less noticeable. But there's a few more tricks to it. Let me show you. Now, I don't have eye bags, okay? I will have probably very, very soon, but at the moment I don't really have eye bags. So I'm going to show you the process, but obviously I haven't got that sort of skin type. This is a sort of bronzer, concealer, and I'm going to use this just to show you the principle. These are the colours, and these are skin bronzers, okay? Because we want to go darker. I'm going to take, believe it or not, this middle one here on the bottom. It's a deeper tone to my natural skin tone. I will take a little bit of that onto my brush. I'm going to work it on the back of my hand. The warmth of your skin is fantastic. So we've got the eye bag, say round here. What we're doing is we're applying the dark on top now. This is a darker colour. That is on top of the actual eye bag, but you don't stop there. I'm taking a finer brush, because where you have the eye bag, where the bag stops is you've got a sort of, imagine this is the bag area down there, okay? Where that bag stops, if I do this for you, I'm trying to show you here, you've got this sort of area like that, haven't we? Can you see what I'm sort of trying to show you? So this area here is where you apply the dark, because that dark is going to push the bag back. But here, we've got the element of shadow. That is the area there is where you paint on something light. Even something like the yellowy tones. The yellow will brighten and lift. What I would do, let me just imagine it's down here. So I'm placing that there. So if this was this area here, I'd be placing it like that. And then I would be very gently tapping that in underneath the bag. So your dark has gone on there, and this area here is where I'll be blending that in. So I'm taking the line under there and just underneath the bag, then I'm tapping in. Now, when it comes to setting it, you've got options. But if you're applying the white translucent powder, which is either in a compact or it's loose powder, think about it. It's light, it's white. You put that on top of that bag that you're trying to sink back, and you're going to highlight it again. So we're still looking for powder that's going to sort of send it back and push it back a little bit. I'm going to use the same pink, because there's bound to be an element of discoloration. There's got to be. It just goes with the age. So I will take a little bit again. I will tap that in under the eye. But if you see there, the eye should hopefully look a little bit more sunken, deeper. Bronzer under the eye is actually a great thing. We've had for years this principle, this rule, should I say, which I said the rules have changed. We've had this for years, that we need to put light, bright colours under the eye and bring them forward and make it bigger. No, we don't. What we want to do is actually accentuate the eyes. So we're not bringing the under eye area forward. What we want to do is the under eye area stays smooth and fresh, but it's the eyes you want to see. But that there, and using bronzer under the eye, it's a great effect. And there you have your under eye concealer. Okay, on one side, we're lifting, we're brightening, we're bringing that hollow eye forward. On the other side, we're diminishing those eye bags and we're almost pushing those back. We're trying to hide them. The first thing you need to do is have a look closely underneath your eyes and find out What exactly is it that you want to fix? If your skin is dry, you're looking at hydration. If your eyes are hollow and they're discoloured, you're looking at colour corrector. If you've got under eye bags, then you're looking at using a darker colour like your bronzer underneath your eye to try and push those back. If you found this video useful, do let me know in the comments, what have I told you today that you're going to go away and try? And if you then go away and do it, do come back and let me know how you've got on. If you have any questions related to this video, or even if they are unrelated to any other makeup issue that you have, let me have them in the comments. I read them all and I will get back to you. Before you go, don't forget to download the free guide, 12 makeup mistakes that age you. There will be at least 2 or 3 mistakes that you're making you can correct like that. So download that today. If you've enjoyed the video and it's been useful, I would recommend these 2 videos to watch next. Thank you so much again for being here. I do always appreciate it. Do take care and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. They make a difference.